Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again in the World of Tanks Garage. Today, we are going to be taking out our E4. I had a pretty decent game the other day in this, and for some reason, I'm always drawn to this tank when I'm in the garage. It's such a fun tank to play. The alpha damage is outstanding. It's just overall just a great tank. And you guys seem to like it when I get a couple good games in here, so we're going to take it out. We're going to see if we can get its tracks dirty. We can see if we can get in trouble. We're going to see if we can get some high damage. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the tank mist that is going on right now. There is some nice, cool XP ops that's out there. They do have some like 4 times and 3 times XP on tanks and 6 and 10 times at crew experience. So by all means, if you're not taking a part of tank mist, you can see it here. 3rd day of tank mist is going on right now during this recording. So take advantage of it. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So let's find ourselves a match, shall we? All right, gang. So it looks like we got ourselves a small match, unfortunately, but we do have a lot of big tanks. It's all tier 10s. So we got to be very cautious. We can't take anything for granted. But I want to talk about this map for a minute. I absolutely love playing on this map, and I absolutely love it on this winter map. This kind of reminds me where I was raised. Basically, the landscape looks the same. It's like some subtle rolling hills, but kind of flatland valley is where I live. But see these giant windrows that I just went over? I find that, like, you can see they don't look too pronounced, these windrows. But look how I'm bouncing around. See how my tank's going up and down? I've discovered this playing in some of my Russian tier 10 medium tanks with no gun depression, that I've gotten so accustomed to playing this map as a normal map. You usually don't have those big bumps and swells. And what you find is when you are in a tank with no gun depression, you'll kind of go to roll forward or back up in your gun. You look how much my gun is dipping. My sights are dipping as I'm going across here. It's just so much up and down on your shot that sometimes I've gone to back up and my gun has went down and dipped into the ground and I've shot the ground. Or you go forward chasing somebody and you go to shoot and then you hit a bump and your shot goes way up in the sky. So it's kind of a struggle on this map. I'm getting used to it. Look at that. That doesn't look like that big of a dip, but that just threw my gun way up there, and I'm in an E4. I'm not even in a medium Russian gun. So you can only imagine what that's like. So we've got a couple chieftains behind us, which I'm feeling pretty confident. We've got 57 here, but the problem is our 2 chieftains are going to be playing peekaboo with this chieftain. So it's just going to be this peekaboo between those guys. Thank God there's no artillery, so we have the opportunity to just kind of peek this corner and continue to look and just kind of see if we see anything. I'm not too concerned, but right here I'm thinking, okay, there's something on the flag. It's probably a medium. I see the 2 heavies here. I don't see the 3 tank destroyers. So I see 1 tank destroyer, so that means 2 is unaccounted for. So I'm assuming it's a medium tank. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if I got a shot on this guy. He's not going to pull out. So I decide, since he's not being aggressive, I'm going to push around the corner and probably pop whatever this is, and hopefully the 57 comes. It looks like he is. I come around the corner, and what is it? Oh my God, it's a bad shot. He goes ahead and he tracks me. So I go ahead and I back up really quick, and I let the 57 finish him off. The E5 takes the opportunity. GG's to him for coming around the corner and putting a shot into me. He took the opportunity and hit me. So well played to him. But at this particular point, now we've got the middle of the map. Now we're in control, and we've got a couple tanks backing us up. So thank God that 57 went with us. Otherwise, we could have been in a little bit more trouble than when we actually got into. So I'm going to go ahead and push at this E5 a little bit. But I got to be careful because look at that. They're sitting behind him, the 183. So I go ahead and put a nice clean shot into the 183. I go ahead and I start backing up because the E5 knows my reload time apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and get reloaded. I'm going to go out and see if I can get one more shot, hopefully, into that 183, because he's out there in limbo right now, and I want to get a shot into him if I can. Oh, and then the E5 comes whipping in there. But could you see that that 183 bouncing around? There's no way he could have got a shot off on me because he was bouncing across those windrows so bad. So we do have a tank that pushed over, so I'm trying to put this pressure on this E5 a little bit. Try to keep him pushed back here, and he's panicking right now anyways. So I get a nice chunk of his life there. We got the heavy up above him. We got this 4 alongside of us. So we're pretty much in control of the situation here. Even though this is a mini game, this is going to be kind of a short little game. As you can see, we're kind of rolling through these guys pretty quick. I thought there was going to be more of a fight than what there actually turned out to be. So at this point, I decided I'm going to shoot at this chieftain because I'd like him off the board more than the E5. I'm more concerned about that chieftain's rate of fire and his pin. So I wanted to get a nice, good shot into him and take a good chunk of his life. So we're going to go ahead and start finishing off some of these guys. They're pretty much one shot for me. E5 sitting there. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a shot into him. I don't have no gun depression right here. And I tried to squeeze a shot in and didn't quite hit, unfortunately. I really wanted that kill right there. But we do have the E3 back there, so we got to be careful of him. And I don't quite have a shot. I was looking for it, and I just don't have it. But you can see, just to like watch this chieftain going across here and how much he's bouncing around across these windrows. You can see how, look at this dips of these windrows. And you can get really bad trouble with a gun with no gun depression if you're not paying attention to these dips and these swells and everything. So I'm hoping I can get the high ground possibly right here and get a shot into this guy. That's why I kind of went up high right here, and I do get a shot into him. Oh, but it's 1 second too late. So it was a good game. We didn't lose a tank. I was really surprised. I figured there was going to be a little bit more fight in those guys than what there was. The Bat Chat basically just ran out there, set on the flag, and waited to die. I mean, that was their most deadliest tank. We did 4,000 damage. We blocked 400. We got high caliber of the match. So I'll take it. When you're talking about a low tier or a small game like that, and, you know, there's only, what, 3, 7, 8 tanks? So... wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7 tanks, and I do 4,000 damage, and the closest guy on my team is 3,000 in the 62A. I'll take it. Anytime of those short matches, and you can get that much damage with the sheer amount of tanks that's out there, I'll take it. 7 hits, or 7 shots fired, 6 direct hits, 5 pins. We did 1680 to the 183. We hit the Bat Chat, I think, only 1 time for 796. The E50M, we just basically spotted him. The E5 we hit once for 771, and the Chieftain we hit for an 813. We would have got just a little bit more. We probably would have been closer to like 4,900 if we would have got 4,800 if we would have got a nice hit into that E3. But there was just no meat left on the bone. So I got to go holiday shopping, guys. I wanted to get this short one out for you. I know we've been kind of slowing on our production videos, but we've just, with the holiday season, we've been so busy. We've been starting another business and a couple other things, so it's just been very hectic here. Hopefully we can get back on schedule here really, really soon. But I got to get off here. Got to go get my holiday shopping, get that last-minute frenzy of Christmas shopping done. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out. Be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons over there. So until next time, guys, we'll see all your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.